Poonam's Day Out. So let us begin with the chapter now. Ma, please let me go to school today. I have been at home for the past 2 days. I am getting bored, said Poonam. So these were the lines which were said by Poonam. She said to her mother that her mother should let her go to school that day because she was at home from 2 days and she was really bored. But you still have fever. Go outside and lie down on the cot, replied Ma. But her mother was against her sending to school because she had fever. So she said her that she should go outside and lie down on the cot. Her mother replied with this, and thus Poonam could not go to school that day. Now, Poonam fell asleep on the cot. Suddenly, something fell on her face. Poonam woke up at once and touched her cheek. Oh no, whose mischief is this? Is it the crows or the pigeons? It seems it is the crows. Now, what happened? As she listened to her mother, she went outside and lied down, and she soon fell asleep. Now, something fell on her face, and because of that, she woke up at once and touched her cheek. Now, something has fallen on her cheeks, and she thought that whose mischief is this? That who has done this? Whether it's a crow or a pigeon. It seemed that it was a crow. Now, let's see what was that and what happened. So here we have a picture in which we can see various animals. Okay, now let's see what we have to do in the picture. Now Poonam looked up. She saw many animals on the tree. Which animals can you spot on the tree in the picture? Write down their names. So we'll have a look at the picture again and then we'll see which all animals can we find in the picture and then we'll write their names. Okay. Yeah, so here is the picture again. Let us find the animals now. So we have a pigeon over here. We have, what else do we have? We have a over here. We have a squirrel also. We have a monkey as well. We have butterflies too. Then we have ants also. Ants a little bit hidden. We'll find it. Then we have parrot. We have cuckoo. Cuckoo is also there. Okay. Let's see it like this and then we'll be able to have a better view of the picture. So we can see that ants are also here and then cuckoo is also here. So there are so many animals in the picture, right? We'll write down their names in the blanks given below. Okay, so let us start writing the names of the animals we have marked. So we saw a pigeon, crow, monkey, then squirrel, butterflies, ants, parrot, and cuckoo. So these were the birds as well as the animals we saw on the tree in the above picture. So basically we have so many plants and animals in the nature around us and we should note each and everything. We should observe each and everything because the nature around us is very beautiful. Now let's see what is in the chapter. Poonam picked up a leaf from the ground and wiped her cheek with it, but her cheek was still sticky. She thought, let me go and wash my face in the nearby pond. So, as we read in the first stanza, that something had fallen on Poonam's cheek. So she picked up a leaf from the ground and wiped her cheek with it. But as it was a dirty thing, so her cheek was still sticky. She thought of going inside the house, nearby pond house, and she'll wash her cheeks over there. So she went there to the pond to wash her face. Now let's see what happened at the pond. Here we can see that Poonam is washing her hands in the pond. And we also have a question here which says, which animals did Poonam see at the pond? Look at the picture and write their names. So we need to write the names of the animals once again. So see, let us see. This is a goat in the picture we are seeing. Then we have tortoise also. We also have a crane. We have frogs as well. We have buffalo and stork also. So these are all the animals we are again seeing near the pond. We'll write down their names now. So which animals did Poonam see at the pond? Look at the picture and write their name. So we'll write goat, crane, frog, tortoise, buffalo, and stork. So we have written the names of the animals which Poonam saw at the pond. So let's move ahead with the chapter and then let's see what happened with Poonam next. So here we have, can you act like the animals seen at the pond? Which animal, what makes what kind of sounds and movements try to make similar sounds? So now we can see that there were many animals like goat, buffalo, monkey, pigeon, crow, all the animals which we have seen. So now this says that can you act like some of the animals and which animals, what kind of sounds and movements they make. So each and every animal has a special kind of a sound and movement which they use. So you can try to find about it more and try to make such similar sounds with the help of your elders and parents. It will be a really interesting activity as well as you'll enhance your knowledge. So we are always discussing animals. So have you ever thought that what does this word animals constitute of basically? So look, the ants, the birds, everything we are counting it as animals. Though they are different things in like ants are the insects while birds are birds and animals are something different. So basically these further classifications will be told to you when you grow up. But till now, all of these are of different classifications, but we are taking its name as in common as animals. So let's see what happened next. Different animals move in different ways to go from one place to another. Some animals walk, some crawl, some fly, and some swim. For this, some animals use their feet, some use their wings, some animals even take the help of their tail. Okay, so various animals use various things to move from one place to another. That is, they move in different ways. So now you must have seen animals too, right? Which of them can fly, can crawl, can walk, can hop, have wings, have feet, have a tail. So we need to name the animals. Okay, we'll start it, right? So can fly. Butterfly can fly. We'll write the name here. Butterfly can fly. Parrot can fly. And crow can fly. Can crawl. Snake, ants, tortoise. Can walk. Cow, buffalo, ox. Can hop. Frog, kangaroo, and then we also have an animal called hare. It also hops. Have wings. So the animals which fly usually have wings. So we have sparrow here, pigeon, and then anything you can write. You can write cuckoo. We saw it in the picture, no? Wait, I'll write it. cuckoo. Then have feet, cow, goat, bear. Have a tail, dog, buffalo, monkey. So we have written the names of the animals who can fly, can crawl, can walk, can hop, have wings, have feet, have a tail. Along with this, we also have an activity to find how some of the animals make similar sounds, like crow has a sound of cow cow, cuckoo makes cuckoo, and other sounds can be found with the help of elders. So here we have animals live in different places. Some animals live in the trees, some in water, some live on land, some live under the ground, and some fly in the sky. Some animals live in our houses. So all the animals have different places to live, okay? Not all of them stay at the same place. Some live on the land, some live under the ground, some fly in the sky, some can also live in our houses. So let's see what we are going to read about the different places of animals. So here we have, look at the pictures given below. And what you need to do is color the animals that do not live in your house. Okay. So by living in our house, we mean that which actually live inside our house. Okay. So we need to mark and color the animals which do not live in our house. So basically, cockroaches live in our house. In this reptile also lives in our house. Flies also live in our house. Fishes also stay in our house in aquariums. Dogs also stay. Some people keep parrot also in their houses. And then elephants do not live in our house. So you need to color this, okay? Color it properly. I've just marked it for you. Hen live in our house. Then people keep horses also, but they don't live inside our houses, okay? Then these are the things which do not live in our house. Rest all the animals are usually kept as pets, but again, duck don't live in our houses. So basically you need to color those animals which do not live in your houses. So you need to color them properly. I have just marked them for you. So here we can basically see, as I said earlier, that we are using the word animals for everything, but animals are different in various ways. Like some of them crawl, some of them walk, some of them hop. Each and every animal makes a different sound, and then each and every animal lives at a different place, so they are different from each other. Their classification, basically they are categorized into different groups. They have different shape, they have different color, and you will read about it, but still you can form a group for different animals having different shapes, colors, as well as their sounds. Now next is, here are some incomplete picture of animals. Complete them and write their names below. So you need to complete the pictures and then we'll know that what are the animals here. So this is a dog. You can complete the picture according to your creativity. This is a fish. And this you can mark it as an insect basically. So you can mark it as a cockroach as well, or as an ant as well, in whatever way you complete the picture. Okay. So I'm writing cockroach here. Or I should write ant, no? I'll write ant, okay? It will be easier for you to draw an ant. So that's why I'm writing ant here. You can complete the pictures. Next is a very interesting activity. It says, who am I? Find my name in the crossword and put a circle around it. One example has been given below. So let's start with it and then we'll find. So the example is, banana is what I love eating. I spend my time jumping and leaping. So this was a hint for monkey and monkey has been marked here. We'll find other names and we'll mark them. On the walls, webs I have. So it says on the walls, webs I weave, where insects stick and cannot leave. Where insects stick and cannot leave. So I guess this is a spider. Now what we need to do is we need to find spider over there. And here we can see that the spider is written. So this is the answer for the second riddle. Third is I remain awake the whole night and go to sleep in broad daylight. So we need to tell that who does this. Obviously, we know that owl does this. So here we have owl. This is the answer for the third riddle. Then we have croak, croak, croak is my sound. In water or on land, I am found. With the sound, it is very clear that it is a frog. So we need to find frog over here. So here we have frog. This is the answer for the riddle 4. I appear after rainfall, have no feet, so I crawl. Okay, no feet is something very important and they appear after rainfall. This is a snail. So this is the answer for riddle 5. Sixth is slow and steady is my pace. I always win when there is a race. I always win when there is a race. So this is very famous line and we all know that this is a tortoise. Okay. This is very and we have found it. It's here. Okay. Tortoise, and this is the answer for the sixth one. So with this we have completed all the questions and we have marked them in the crossword and we have gained a lot of information about different animals. Let's move ahead now. So this is a beautiful image shown here. You can look at it and see that this is a creative mind of some children who have made this. So just look at it very clearly, then we'll see what it actually is. And just before this, we completed a riddle. It was about slow and steady wins the race. We have all heard about a story of the rabbit and a tortoise. What happened was they both decided to have a race. Now rabbit thought that I am so fast, so I'll definitely win the race. He started running and before reaching the end point, just a little before it, he slept. He thought that tortoise will not be able to make it till here and I'll get up after some time and go. But the tortoise, even being slow, he kept on walking. He crossed the rabbit and he crossed the end line before the rabbit and rabbit was sleeping. So it is said that slow and steady always wins the race. This is a story of Panchatantra. Panchatantra has very interesting stories about children and you all must read it because it has a moral as well as they are very interesting. Now let's see what this picture is all about. So it says magic with fingers. Take a look at the picture. Can you distinguish the prints from the other fingerprints? Okay, so here we are seeing that it it is made up of fingerprints. Now this is so creative. So we now are being said that can we identify thumbprints? So obviously the bigger ones are the thumbprints. We can identify that the smaller ones are the fingerprints while the bigger ones are the thumbprints. Now here we have in the same way using ink or watercolors, make pictures of animals. Make pictures using your own imagination. Do not copy the ones shown above. You can see the pictures you have made to decorate your school and home. So this is an activity which you can do in your spare time. You can make different pictures of animals using your own imagination, whether it be ink, watercolor, shells, or anything else you want to. It will enhance your imagination as well as you can use them to decorate your school and home. In case someone has a very innovative idea, you can share it in the comment section. Next we have let us have some fun. In your notebook, draw a picture of an animal that you have seen. So everyone has to draw a picture of an animal that they have seen. You can draw any picture. I'll tell you an easy way of drawing a dog. I have told it earlier also in the video, and I'll tell it once again. So what you need to do is you need to write 5, 5, 3, 5, 5, 3. Now you just need to join them like this, okay? So it's not so perfect, but still, it's a dog. So now there's an activity, let's read it. Make a group of 3 children each. Each group will take a white paper. In each group, one child will draw the face and the neck of an animal at the top of the paper and hide it by folding this part. The second child will draw the body of another animal in the center of the paper and hide it by folding the paper. The third will draw the feet of yet another animal. Now unfold the paper and look at the picture. Does it look like a funny animal? Yes, it will definitely look like a funny animal because it will have the head of some other animal, the body of some other, as well as the feet of some other. So you could do this activity with your friends and it would be really interesting to do this. So now you can draw animals. Or obviously, I told you it will be an interesting activity. I told you a very simple way of making a dog. That was writing 5, 5, 3 and 5, 5, 3. So be careful when you draw the images of any animal. Make it as properly as you can and you can use them later on. So now we have spent some time under the tree, observe the animals carefully, name the animals which can be seen on the branches, on the leaves, on the trunk, on the ground and around the tree. So you also need to spend some time under the tree, but now I'll be naming the animals which live on the following places. So on the branches we have crow, monkey, and parrot. On the leaves we have caterpillar, grasshopper, and beetle. On the trunk we have ant, squirrel, and termite. On the ground we have rat, snake, and rabbit. And around the tree, cow, dog, and cat. So as in the chapter earlier, we also read that different animals live at different places. Here we located the animals living at different places under a tree, like on the branches, on the leaves, on the trunk, on the ground, and around the tree. So you can read the names and it will be clear to you. Now the next question says, now arrange these animals in the order of their size, smallest being the first. So we need to arrange these animals in the order of their size. As I told you that all of them have a different size, we need to arrange them from smallest being the first till the largest one. So the smallest one is termite. Then we have ant, then the beetle, then the caterpillar, after that the grasshopper and the rat, look, we have written all these names over here also, okay? So I'm writing them here. We have the caterpillar, then we have the grasshopper, Then we have rat. Then we have parrot, crow, squirrel. Okay, I'll write it more clearly so that you can understand the spellings properly. So it is S Q U I double R E L. Then we have snake. Then the rabbit, cat, dog, monkey, and then the crow. So I have done a mistake over here. Can you notice it? Okay, so the ones who saw the video with great interest can notice the mistake what I made, and I genuinely made that mistake in arranging these animals in order of their size. Now, smallest being the first, it's termite only. But there is an error with just a single name being here and there. Now, all of you need to tell me that mistake in the comment section, okay? Now, next is the jigsaw puzzle. In a jigsaw puzzle, a picture is cut in such a way that one has to really think hard to fit the picture together. Now make a jigsaw puzzle using a picture of any animal. Paste the picture on cardboard. Now cut the cardboard along the edges of the picture. Cut this cardboard into unequal pieces. Give these pieces to your friend and ask them to put the pieces together and identify the animal. So this is an activity in which you can make a jigsaw puzzle. Like this, you can see here it was a jigsaw puzzle made for peacock. So you can take an animal's picture, you can paste it on cardboard and then cut the cardboard into unequal pieces. Give those unequal pieces to your friend so that he or she will arrange it and identify which animal have you made. Okay, so with this we come to the end of the chapter. I hope it is clear to you. You need to answer that one specific question which I asked you, that what was the error I made in it, or if according to you I did not make any mistake, you can tell me that also. Basically, smaller to bigger, all the animals have different sizes. You might not be knowing all the animals I have written about, so in case you have any problem you can tell me and tell my mistake also, or if you feel that I have not made any mistake and all the animals are of equal sizes or there's no so much difference in it, you can tell me in the comment section. So this was the end of the chapter, which was Poonam's Day Out. In this chapter we read about nature, we read about different animals, their sound, places they live, and how they move. So we know that in our nature there are so many of animals which are all of different types. We should observe the nature in our free time. We should try to gain as much information we can gain about it, and thus we will have a wonderful knowledge of nature with this. So now we have come to the end of the chapter. You can ask me your doubts in the comment section. I'll reply to each one of them. So I hope it is clear to you. We'll read the chapter 2 in the next video.